guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Tonight I thought I would do another installment of my Disney World for Beginners series. This is an excellent video for you Disney newbies or even the people who have been to Disney World before, but it's just been a while. Perhaps you just need a refresher or you forgot about a few things. So I put together a Disney World for Beginners tips and tricks video almost about a month ago. So here is a take two, if you will. I basically put together more specific kind of tips and tricks or things you should know about after the planning stage, right? Once you're actually in the park, these are kind of common questions I get from my clients. So I thought I would answer them for you guys here, or at least let you know about a few little things that now that you've kind of planned everything, you know about Memory Maker, you know about Genie Plus, kind of like the little things that you should also kind of think about or know about in advance. Sound good? Let's get started. So in no particular order, these are another top 10 things you should know about or consider when going to Disney World. A lot of these things are also true for Disneyland, just so you guys know in advance. So again, like I said, no particular order. First thing is about water. So a lot of people don't realize this, but Florida water has a certain taste. Not everyone loves the taste. This is why you will know that many people will actually order bottles of water from a grocery delivery service, whether it's from Amazon or some other situation. A lot of people will also pack kind of like flavor packets, like Crystal Light type of situation, so they can flavor their water. So yeah, know this in advance. But obviously Disney World is hot. Water is key. Please do not forget water any way that you can come across water. So again, you can order water in advance and have someone, deliver you a couple of cases of water. For my family, when we go for over a week, we get 2 packs of water. Now, I don't like to carry 12, containers of water in our backpack. So we actually only use those waters when we're in the room or when we're refilling refillable water bottles. So I am actually huge on the refillable water bottles. So this is the one I pack here. This is the one that the kids use. Either way, you're looking for something that's going to hold a lot of water. It's going to keep it cold and obviously leak proof. You do not want to have any accidents in your backpack. So just note that we kind of do a combo. We order the water, but we also use refillable waters, because for me to pack, say, 4 bottles of water per person in our backpacks, we're talking some heavy storage right there. So yes, we will get the water for the room, kind of pour it in here, and then use these at the theme park. And then once we're at the theme park, just note that Disney has a few select actual water bottle refilling stations, but it is a lot of kind of like, drip the water inside the bottle from the drinking fountain. Also note that you can actually go up to any of the quick services and ask them for free ice water. So that is 100% a thing. Disney will give you free ice water. However, depending on the time that you go, there could be quite the line to get into that random quick service. So that's why I don't usually rely on that so much, which is why I pack my reusable water bottle. But yes, just note that you can get free ice water. In fact, when we are dining at quick service, I ask for extra ice water, and then I put it in our bottles when we're done eating. So it's like we refilled our water bottle. Makes sense? So yes, water is 100% key, whether you're going to order it, bring a refillable cup, or like I said, kind of use the quick service method or a combination of the 3. And kind of sort of on the water, actually has nothing to do with water. I'm just going to toss it in there. Popcorn. There are many places throughout property that you can get popcorn. You can just get like a little cup of popcorn, I forget the price, or you can buy a bucket of popcorn. So here is my bucket right here. Absolutely love my bucket. You can collect them, you can store toys in it, whatever you want, but just note that when you buy the bucket, you can actually refill popcorn throughout your trip for about $2 or $2.25. So it actually is a good deal to go ahead and get that bucket for your whole family if you think you're going to be getting popcorn daily. or at least a couple of times. Just note that that is something to look out for, is to get the popcorn bucket and then refill it as you want. So that's my little tip there for popcorn. Next tip, backpacks. I get so many people who ask me, and I think it's probably because Universal's policy on this is slightly different. They want to know what they can do with their backpacks. Can they bring a backpack? Can backpacks go on rides? Basically, they're wondering, what do other guests do in terms of holding all their stuff, right? So yes, 100% bring a backpack. Please, please, please bring a backpack. And yes, your backpack can go on all of the rides. That's right, you heard me. Every single ride at Disney World will allow you to have a backpack. Sometimes you have to put the backpack next to you on the seat. Sometimes you have to put the backpack on the floor. Sometimes they have this like netting thing that comes out from the seat ahead of you that you can put your backpack in. Really, really, really large backpacks can be a challenge, just a heads up on that. But my personal size, kind of smaller backpack always fits those little areas. Now, tip, please consider having your little ones wear their own backpack. Now, I'm not talking the toddlers, I'm talking those teens and preteens. My kids have been carrying their own bags since they were about 6 or 7. Why? It's good training. And B, it's so they can have their own water and their own snack in their own bag. So they don't have to constantly ask me, Mom, Mom, where's my water? Mom, 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 where's my snack? I usually put a fidget in there, and maybe some gum or some candy or something to suck on is usually in their bag. So here, right here, is one of my kids' backpacks. It is a sling bag style, which I 100% suggest. That way, when they're on a ride, all they have to do is flip the bag over. They don't have to take it off and on, which again equals them losing it, which is frustrating. So like I said, I love the sling bag style for the kiddos, and absolutely I have them carry their own stuff. The other thing you can do is a fanny pack. Fanny packs are common at Disney World. So yep, you can absolutely do that. For most families though, I've seen them carry one of the larger backpacks, like a school-sized backpack. Usually it's dad has the backpack probably filled with the whole family snacks and waters and toys and jackets and whatever. So here's an example of a full-size backpack. This is a Vera Bradley campus backpack. What I love about it is it's got two sides here for water bottles, which is great, give you a little extra storage, and it's completely washable. The only issue about this can be kind of hard to store on certain rides. So just kind of know that in advance. So what we do is we have everyone carry their own individual backpack, so not one person is stuck carrying the large, like, mega backpack. This is I keep dropping things. This is my newest backpack. It is by Kipling. I will do a whole video on this, but it's considered a smaller size backpack, like a single person backpack. But it 100% can hold my water, my camera equipment, and my snacks. That way we don't have to worry about this giant backpack trying to, take it off, put it on the floor, does it fit on the ride, that kind of thing. But yes, you can absolutely carry a backpack on all the rides. And I do 100% suggest you also don't leave that backpack in your stroller, because unfortunately there are thieves about, and you don't want anyone stealing your backpack, especially if you keep a bunch of stuff that's important inside of it. So usually at every ride, you park the stroller, you take out the backpack, you take the backpack on the ride with you. So yes, to answer your question, please pack a backpack, and consider that for most members, if not all members of your family. Sound good? Let's keep going. Okay, so the next thing is not for everybody, but for those of you with food allergies or special diet concerns. For those of you who may not know, my family 100% deals with food allergies, on top of the fact that the kids and I are vegan. The husband is not. The husband eats meat and cheese and whatever the heck he wants. The kids and I, not so much. So anyway, with food allergies. Now, I 100% know what I'm talking about because not only do I have food allergies personally and carry an EpiPen, I do specialize in food allergies when traveling, again, since I am a travel agent. But this is what you need to know if you do have food allergies. I don't care what you have read or what you have heard from anyone else, you 100% need to talk to a chef or a manager at each dining location. I cannot be more clear about this. I don't care if you have just a peanut allergy or just a dairy allergy. You want to make sure that the person who is making your food is doing absolutely everything they can to avoid cross-contamination. This is why I 100% suggest that anyone with food allergies, actual legitimate, I'm gonna get super sick or could die food allergies, needs to avoid mobile ordering. It is super duper not convenient. I get it, guys. We have to do it every single trip. I hate it when everyone else gets to do mobile ordering and they're getting their food way faster than me. It's just the way it is. I 100% wait in line. I have to wait for a manager or a food allergy specialist to come out and talk to me, and I place my order. And then a special chef or manager or head person in the kitchen will actually make my order specifically for me. And they come out and they deliver it to me. So no one else has touched my tray or my food to make sure it is safe per my allergies. So again, if you are doing a dining, like a sit-down restaurant with a waitress, please tell them you have food allergies and then ask, almost demand, in a nice way, right, that you talk to a chef. You need to make sure that the information is going directly to the right person. So you want to talk to that person directly. Do not hope and pray that the waitress, expresses the same information to the chef. Just talk to the chef directly. Tell them your allergies. Ask them, what they can do for you and go forward. But I have seen too many people miss out on amazing meals and good experiences because they didn't follow this protocol. So please, if you have food allergies, note it is going to take a lot longer time than anyone else. It's going to take a lot longer than you think, but hopefully it'll keep you safe. So talk to the chef and the manager, one of each, whatever, depending on the situation, and avoid mobile ordering. And those allergy menus, I don't even bother with those because a lot of times they are incorrect. Because of supply and demand issues right now, as you guys know at home, there's no baby formula anywhere. The same thing is happening at Disney World. They could say that they have allergen-friendly tenders or allergen-friendly buns, but then the next day, they didn't get that supply in. It's not in their current pantry. And if that's what's listed on the allergy menu, yet the item isn't currently in stock, that could change. So 100%, I just toss out those food allergy menus. I don't even look at them. And I go directly to the chef and the manager. Hopefully that helps you guys out, but that is a big tip for those of you who are experiencing some food allergy concerns and issues. And again, even if it's just tummy trouble and not actually anaphylactic, you still want to be careful. No one wants to have tummy issues when on vacation, right? Awesome. Let's move on. Next tip is about rider swap or rider switch, whatever you want to call it. So I know a lot of people didn't even know this exists or even know what it is. So I am here to explain about the option if you are traveling with littles or perhaps grandma, and not everyone wants to ride that particular ride. I'm thinking like a coaster. Mom and dad want to ride the coaster, but the 3-year-old does not. Perhaps the 3-year-old is too short, or the 3-year-old is a bit of a ride chicken, which can totally happen. So what do? Mom and dad wants to go on that ride. Kiddo does not. Why should mom and dad suffer? You guys with me? That's when you do rider switch. You will go up to the ride. You will talk to a cast member. You will tell them your situation. Mom and dad would like to ride. 3-year-old does not. What will happen is one adult will stay with the kiddo while the other adult gets to ride the ride. When the other adult comes back, the adults will switch. The first adult will then stay with the younger kiddo while the other adult gets to ride. Same situation if you have multiple kids. Any sort of configuration where one person doesn't want to ride and it affects the fact that someone has to stay back with them to make sure, that they're being watched, that is when you do rider switch. It is not for all rides. It is usually for the most popular rides, but it is 100% a thing so that the majority of the family, of the party, right, gets to ride the ride of their choice. I have a huge explanation of rider switch when using Genie Plus on my family tips and tricks with Genie Plus video, so make sure you check that out. But yes, 100%, mom and dad want to ride something and they have a little, that shouldn't stop you guys from riding the ride that you want. So yeah, look up rider switch or talk to a cast member about it. Next thing is, I know this is kind of obvious, but I'm going to mention it because I already talked about water, is snacks. I have a lot of people who feel like they don't need to pack snacks because Disney is filled with food. And 100% Disney's filled with food. Popcorn, Mickey pretzels, churros, name it. Disney has got it. But there are situations where your kid or yourself is going to get hangry and you can't get your popcorn or your pretzel. Perhaps you're in a really, really long line and you need to eat something now, super quick. Or in my situation, you're hungry, you go to get the snack, you wait in line, and oops, the snack has already sold out. So please do me a favor and pack you guys some extra snacks. Just toss them in the backpack. I don't go anywhere without 1 or 2 snacks as a just in case. So my tip on this is try not to pack anything with chocolate because chocolate will melt. I absolutely love these bars. Sorry for you nut allergy people. I love these, and they make them with almond butter as well. Fig bars are a good option as well, although not a lot of protein in them like the other bars do. And I love this. Again, they make these for allergy-friendly people as well. But I love these like squeezable peanut, almond butter, cashew butter, fake butter, nut pouches. I love throwing one of these in my backpack, and even if I just get a Mickey pretzel, I can just squeeze on a little peanut butter and I've given myself a little protein, almost like a lunch for the day. You can do that by packing some, crackers in your bag and then just kind of make yourself a quickie little protein snack as you go. But yes, think snack. So the next thing you should know about is mobile order. I have touched upon this a little bit when talking about food allergies. So anyone not with food allergies, you need to know about something called mobile order. Mobile order is basically pre-ordering your food for a quick service restaurant. This is a restaurant that is not with a waitress. This is not a sit-down restaurant. This is a walk-up, order and eat quick service restaurant. Mobile order is something you do on your phone. Now the tip is to do it early. Do not wait until you're hangry. Do it early. If you know in advance you want to eat at Pecos Bill because you saw my video and you 100% want tacos, then order it in the morning. You can actually place your order on the app. You can purchase the food and you can select a time. Like, yeah, we'll probably be there around noon. And then once you get there, you just press another button that basically says time to prepare your food, and then they make it fresh for you. The issue with this is mobile ordering gets booked quickly, if that makes sense. So that means if everyone is mobile ordering at lunch at the same time, there is a chance that you're going to try to mobile order and they're going to say the next food time isn't till 3:45. And you're like, it's noon. I want my food now. Absolutely. So order early. Think about it in advance. Order early if you can. And also, look at the menus before you travel. Go through the park map, figure out what meal options are there, and then look at the menu on the app. Then you can decide, you know what? I like the look of this place. Let's consider eating here. I like this option. Let's consider eating here. Or, ooh, this place, no, I do not want hot dogs. We are not eating here. Know that in advance. Jot down a few notes, or what I do is I will screenshot the name of the restaurant. So then all I have to do is look through my phone and go, oh yeah, that's the restaurant I was looking forward to eating at. Do this in advance so that when you're there in the theme park with all the other crazy things happening, you can just kind of handle lunch or handle dinner ahead of time, especially if you have a larger party or you have kiddos who need to eat at a certain time because they also get hangry. So yes, know about mobile ordering and do it early. Do your research in advance and get an idea what's on those menus. Next tip is to arrive early and to stay late, but to also break in the middle. Now, this is common for families who have littles. If you are staying on property, you know that property opens a half an hour early for you. Sometimes that could be as early as 7:30. I don't know about you, but that's a super early morning get up for me. So goal here is to hit rope drop. Be there as soon as you possibly can because that's when ride lines are going to be at the lowest. But also in the evenings towards closing is also when rides are going to be at their lowest. So depending on your family situation and who you have with you, it is absolutely a good idea to arrive early, do what you can, have lunch, consider breaking in the middle, maybe 2, 3 o'clock, go back to the pool, take a little nap, whatever you want to do, and then head back to the theme park either for dinner or just after dinner to finish up the rest of your park day. This is a great way to vacation and kind of maximize your day because you're getting all the lower weights in the morning, you're getting all the lower weights in the evening, but you're also getting that chance to break and enjoy your hotel. This is also why I highly recommend people stay on property and stay at resorts that are super close to the parks. If you're staying off property, this is a little harder for you, especially if you're having to go through traffic or you're waiting an hour or 2 hours for your specific hotel shuttle. That makes this plan a little bit more difficult. But for those of you who are on property, especially those staying at a monorail resort or one of those resorts that are really, really close to the parks, like the Yacht Club, the Beach Club, or Skyliner resorts. These are good tips for you. Arrive early, stay late, and consider breaking in the middle. Next tip I have is regarding strollers and wheelchairs. Now I have a whole video specifically dedicated to strollers, but these are just a few things you should know. Disney World absolutely will rent you out a stroller. They will even rent out wheelchairs, and I do believe they have scooters as well. My suggestion, order in advance from an outside company. For many reasons, I do suggest this, but A, you don't have to worry about them selling out, and you can take them park to park with you. You don't have to leave them at the park to then hop and go to a different park. You can also take them to your hotel. If you rent or order from Disney, you kind of have to leave in the theme park. You can't then take them back to you in your hotel or take it with you to the next park if you're hopping. So think in advance and order those strollers in advance or bring your own. Same thing with wheelchairs and scooters. Don't necessarily rely on what Disney's going to have available when you show up that day, is basically my point. Next thing is weather. I get so many people who email me and text me, Nina, what's the temperature in February? What's the temperature in November? Do you think May is a good time to go? What's the weather like? So first of all, guys, you can absolutely Google these things on your own. Just Google, Orlando weather in February, and it will give you the average temperature. But this is something you should know. Florida is hot. Florida is hot most of the year. Pretty much from March to November, Florida is hot. If you've been watching my recent vlogs, we were there, late March, and it was already a stingy 90 degrees. So don't assume because where you're from, it's a little cooler, that Florida will also be a little cooler. So in advance, please look at those temperatures and note that Florida gets hot quick and for a long time. Also note that Florida has a rainy season pretty much all the time. So you pretty much are always going to run into a crazy Florida storm downpour. Don't freak out about it. Just be prepared. Pack your ponchos. I get these at Target. They're about $2 a piece. I purposely get my kids bright colored ponchos so I can see them. In the sea of ponchos, a lot of adults will get clear, which I get. I purposely put the bright colors on my children so I can see them from a distance. But yes, just plan ahead, $2 each at Target, get a couple for everybody, toss them in your park bag, you're done. Be prepared for the crazy weather that does like to change in Florida. Also, it's not always super hot in Florida. There are some weird random weeks in there that change every year that can be cold. I have 100% been to Disney World wearing my winter jacket, my winter hat, and a scarf. I have been several times where I had to wear gloves. So just kind of know this stuff in advance. It isn't always shorts and t-shirt weather, but then also don't assume because the temperature you have at home is also going to be the same at Florida. So do your research. This 100% happened to me on my honeymoon 2,000 years ago. I was expecting California weather from Disneyland because that's where I am from, and that is the park I am used to is Disneyland. I was expecting Disneyland weather, and I got to Florida and it was way different. Yeah. So be prepared for Florida weather. And just so you guys know, I do have a whole video on nothing but fans, neck fans, handheld fans that are perfect for Florida weather. So make sure you guys check out that video as well. So my last and final number 10 tip is regarding your kiddos. If you have kids, little kids, you're probably going to want to do Fantasyland first. And this is at Magic Kingdom. So I plan on doing a whole separate itinerary video for little kids at Magic Kingdom, basically focusing on Fantasyland, the kiddie rides, meeting the characters, and all those great things. But just note, if you have littles, you 100% want to do Fantasyland first. Why? Because Fantasyland gets crowded quickly and fast. It's also an area of the park that gets super hot. I don't know what it is about Fantasyland or the limited shading that is over there, but it gets really hot quickly. Kids are running around screaming, crying. There's popcorn, there's ice cream. For me, Fantasyland is a get in and get out. So just note, if you have little kids, you want to look at the park map and maybe consider doing Fantasyland and all those kiddie rides and the character things first. Then move about your business and do all the other rides. Also, I have mentioned this in a previous video, Bippity Boppity Boutique is coming back. Now this is huge for those little kiddos. It is for ages 3 to 12. And even though Bippity Boppity Boutique can do a few things for your little princes out there, it is mostly designed for your little girls, your little princesses, those who want to wear a dress and a crown and the full-on makeup and nails. But here's my tip. Once Bippity Boppity comes out, most people will be looking everywhere for some form of princess dress. I get it. You're getting a princess makeover. Of course you want to wear the Cinderella dress and the Belle dress or the whoever dress. My tip is look ahead of time and get a super duper lightweight dress. For us, we would get ours at Kohl's. They were actually kind of lightweight nightgowns that came with the ruffles and the layers and the bows, and my daughter didn't know any different. I say this because a lot of the costume dresses that not only do they sell at Disney World, but they sell at costume time, you know, when it's Halloween, are kind of thicker and heavier, and they have all these like tulle like underskirt in them that makes it really hot for those kiddos once they get to Florida. It's just really hot to wear that dress all day long. So consider getting a dress that looks like the princess dress but doesn't have all the fluff underneath. It doesn't need all that tulle so that the kids can breathe as well. Does this make sense? So when my daughter was little, we absolutely did that. She had several princess dresses for different random princesses. We got them at Kohl's at the time, but they were more lightweight. There are plenty of people on Etsy who make princess dresses as well as Amazon, but it's just my thought. Rather than getting the costume version of these dresses, which can be heavy, try to consider getting some lightweight options for your little girls once Bippity Boppity comes out. So yes, those are my top 10 tips. Now I have a bonus tip for you guys, which I am sure you're tired of hearing about it, but I'm gonna mention it again. Genie Plus. What is my tip about Genie Plus? Well, I get asked this constantly. And I just want to kind of clear the air about it a little bit. Genie Plus, is it worth it? Yes, I can 100% say that I think Genie Plus is worth it, at least for my family of 4. Obviously, if you have 10 people going with you, 16 people going with you, it might be a little different. But for the average family, again, my family of 4, we have used Genie Plus now on 3 or 4 different family vacations. And I can honestly say it is worth it. Do I love it? No. Do I wish Fast Passes were back? Yes. Do I wish Disney would change the system completely? Yes. But for now, this is what we have. We have Genie Plus. It is the only way to skip the line. And after using Genie Plus for several vacations and all 4 theme parks, I can honestly say that I think Genie Plus is worth it for all 4 parks. That's right, you heard me. If you've watched my vlogs, you will see that in Magic Kingdom, we can get like 5 or 6 or 8 Genie Plus rides, which is amazing. You will also see at the other 3 parks, we might get 2 to 4 Genie Pluses, which makes many people to think that Genie Plus is only valuable at Magic Kingdom. I am here to say that I honestly disagree. Because even though I may have only gotten 2 to 3 rides at Animal Kingdom, it's the time I have saved. If one of those rides was a 95-minute wait and the other 2 rides was a 65-minute wait, to me, I got my money's worth. Doesn't matter if I got 2 rides or 16 rides. If I saved that much time in line, it is worth it. And it 100% makes sense because Magic Kingdom has more rides and attractions and things that you can use Genie Plus for, which in a way averages out the lines to be lower. But for parks like Animal Kingdom, where they only have a handful of rides or experiences that use Genie Plus, it does make sense why you would get less Genie Plus attractions. However, if you're saving more time, then again, sorry guys, I have to say it's worth it. And remember, you have to add Genie Plus to your package or your tickets by June 7th. Starting June 8th, it is only day by day. Each and every morning while you're at the theme park, you have to add it on the app. And so far for 2023, there could be no Genie Plus. So this could just be a thing for the rest of 2022. We don't know yet, but that's kind of where it's at. So in case you guys wondered, I do have an Amazon account where I have all of these products that I showed you, all the backpacks and the fans and all the things to pack with and travel with and to take with you to Disney. I have up on my Amazon account. So please, if you're looking for what Nina takes or what I consider a good fan or all those things, go ahead and check out my Amazon account, which is www.amazon.com/shop/Mermaid Nina Travels. It's super easy. So that way you guys can kind of see what I take and see if any of those items will work for you. I have several different categories for you guys to choose from to go ahead and kind of explore some shopping there on Amazon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Again, make sure you watch my first one of my top 10 tips and tricks for beginners. This is kind of the take 2, the second version of that. So kind of an expanded version. So yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out and gave you a little bit more insight on things you should know about regarding the parks right now, especially if you are new to Disney World or haven't been in a while. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hoped you found it helpful. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, pretty please, and comment. Do you have other tips to share if you've been to Disney recently, or is there a tip on here where you're like, wow, Nina, I had no idea. Thank you for telling me. Let me know in the comments because it just helps me figure out what other videos to make for you guys. I am 100% here for you guys. I am trying to make videos that are helpful for the majority of the people as much as I can. So yeah, commenting and letting me know what was helpful or what wasn't necessarily needed is helpful to me when making the next video. But yeah, as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina, out. Bye.